What's up, YouTube? What's going on, CCI family? It's your main man back with the game plan once again. You already know how it goes. It ain't been that long, but it's been a while since I had to run the show myself. Yeah, no, but if you're one of the good bosses, you always got to step in. You know how that goes. So Miss Avette had to, as she says, go across the pond because her sister is getting married and she's the maid of honor in the wedding. So we're here to run the show this week. And we got some good information on some great stocks for you. You know, it's 2026. The market is taking off. I got a few good stories because I heard some other stuff this morning that kind of got under my skin, but it's all gravy. We're going to get into that as well. So buckle up because our next stop is the runway. Archer Aviation is about to take off and you're in the cockpit with me. Let's go. Okay, so now if you've been watching the channel for a while now, you already know that Archer has always been my eVTOL pick. That's no secret, okay? But they were leading the pack for years. Okay, then in 2025, as you saw, Joby took the lead. I wasn't worried about it. I said that. Go back to the other videos, you'll see. Now, I also hold a little Joby, but I've always been constantly building my Archer as well. Okay, because my belief is that they were going to come back. I said that Archer was taking this back burner on purpose. Okay, they were taking it because they needed to refine. They needed to set up some bigger things for the company and come out fighting, you know. And now we're finally seeing why, because most investors have no idea what Archer has been doing behind the scenes. You feel me? But once you see the pieces that we're about to line up for you, you'll understand why this comeback might just be like a slingshot. So the point is, Archer isn't just talking about certification. They're actually doing it. Okay, they're moving through the FAA's checklist. They've already secured preliminary type certification approval for the Midnight design. They're gearing up for the final flight test series. And the FAA's new integration program could speed things up even more. Okay. Now, to be fair, Joby is a little further along in the testing phase. Okay. They're deep into TIA, which is the FAA's final round of certification for inspections. But here's the thing most people don't get. Archer is slightly ahead in design approval. Okay, with preliminary type certifications already in hand, a milestone that Joby has not publicly announced yet. Okay, so the reality is neither company has full certification yet, neither is commercially approved yet, and both are aiming for this year. Now the race is still wide open, but Archer is quietly stacking up the kind of design wins that could matter a whole lot more with the FAA when they start handing out the final certifications. I mean, they're checking things off left and right. So to me, they're still ahead of Joby. All right. And certification is only half of the story. Okay. Because while all this has been going on, Archer has been quietly ramping up production and everything behind the scenes. This is kind of where you see the slingshot effect I've been talking about, and why I said they were doing this on purpose. Okay, they've been ramping up production, especially on the Midnight units. So they're not even waiting for the final certification to have all this stuff ready and built. So when they do get it, they hit the ground running, already ahead of everyone. You know, it's really kind of a smart move. And the biggest news in this tech series comeback is Archer's partnership with none other than NVIDIA. You know that name. Everyone knows that name, okay? They partnered with NVIDIA, which just tells you that they're not just building aircraft. They're building an entire ecosystem, okay? This puts them in position so they can do simulations, that he can use autonomy tools and the real-time processing that modern aviation needs to move forward, okay? It's the kind of upgrade that doesn't just help them today, it positions them for the next decade and beyond. All right, so now we're going to break down the numbers a little bit. All right. Now, again, this is not financial advice. If you are in need of a financial advisor, please search one out in your area. Okay, but these are just the levels that I've been eyeing for a while, and a lot of analysts agree. Okay, so to start it off, we have that $7.50 to $8 range. Okay, this is typically a strong historical support zone. All right, which means this is the time that you go shopping. Plain and simple. Pick up as many bags as you can. You feel me? After that range, we're talking about the $8.50 to $70. $8.50 to $8.70 range, around in there, which is like the neutral zone, kind of close to where we're at. It's not a discount then. It's not a breakout either, but it's still below every major analyst target, which means you can still do some heavy DCAing, even pick up some shares. It's still safe at that time. You feel me? Okay. Now, after that, we hit the 10 to 10.50 range. All right. Now, this is the psychological breakout area where if Archer pushes above this range, momentum traders usually start piling in, which means everyone's starting to hear the buzz about what's going on, and it's pushing the stock price up, and people don't want to miss out, so they're going and grabbing, which is the time that you should be fearful. Remember, when the market is greedy, you get fearful. When the market is fearful, get greedy. Basic stuff, right? So I'm seeing maybe between mid-February to upper February, we want to hit this range of 10 to 10.50. Even maybe push a little bit past that, but we're going to see what happens. However, again, at this stage, be careful, but by then I'm going to be back talking to you anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm seeing right now as far as the numbers with Archer. Hold on. I think we have a call coming in. Well, look at here. What a surprise. Woman, you just don't know how to take a break, do you? Or, excuse me, should I say a holiday?
I can relax a little, but I had to check in on the CCI fam.
Okay. Well, we're holding it down here. We taking the fam through the motions and the numbers on Archer Aviation, getting them ready for what we know is big and coming real soon, So trust me, we're eagerly awaiting your return, but we're not rushing you at all. We want you to actually relax for once. Learn to kick your feet up. Enjoy London. Breathe a little.
Oh, trust me, I'm trying. London's been good for my soul. But you know me, I can relax and still keep one eye on the markets. I'll soak it all in out here. And when I'm back, we're picking up right where we left off.
Well, they all know that and are waiting, So you just have a good time out there and have a safe flight back. We'll see you when you get back. All right, family. That's going to do it for today's deep dive into Archer Aviation. You feel me? You got the numbers. You've got the zones. You now even got Avette checking in from London on us. You feel me? So things are getting real now. But if you've got any value out of today's video, please like, subscribe, comment, so we can keep leveling up the channel for you. You feel me? Your engagement really does help us grow in this community. And like I told you a long time ago, I'm not stopping. So let's build this together, okay? And as always, have a blessed and financially successful week ahead. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.